Greetings and welcome to another excellent chess video. Well, part of it's excellent, part of it isn't. But the thing is, there's one of those, it's a weird feeling. It's like awesome, but it's terrible, and then it's awesome again. And the thing is, I played this game against this guy, and it was just wrong. An imbecile could suspect that that's what was going on. It was that obvious. The guy was a heinous cheater, just absolutely heinous. And after the game, I reported it. This is the position on the board, the final position of the game. And it's like, yeah, dude, whatever. You have to be high. You just have to be high to think no one's going to catch it that you're cheating. Apparently, not enough people that he beat with his computer engine complained. It's like, bro, come on. It was obvious. And I'm going to show you what I saw that, confirmed the obviousness. Now, one of the things that's really good, I don't know if you've ever seen the chess bra guy, Eric Hansen, Canadian Grandmaster. Very friendly guy, super nice. He has some videos where he, plays guys, and then if they cheat against him and they get busted, well, he makes a video of it because jackpot. And I felt like I was, Eric Hansen for a game because this guy's just playing moves that no human would play. And it was, clearly obvious. Now, he was doing streaming and so recorded the games itself as it's going, what have you. And he's very funny in a odd way. Is that he's complimenting the moves? Go, man, this guy's moves are just unbelievable. It's like he lost that game. He goes, man, these are impressive moves. I just got smoked, and it's hilarious because you're there because up front he has the picture that shows him dressed in a police uniform and, like he was doing a traffic stop. And, closed fair play is on the top of the video. The account, if you haven't seen it, is Chess, BRAH. And it's him and his buddy, Eamon. So those guys are on there. But, I mean, they seem to be very friendly guys. They just happen to be Grandmaster buddies, okay? So that's fine. It's really interesting because he does a great job of exposing cheaters when they show up. And he does it with a style. It's, it's a little bit humorous because he knows it's just completely ridiculous. So let's go and let me show you this game quickly. And we'll get to this. I don't think we need to do game review. So we'll just do the moves. It's real basic stuff. Now you have to recognize that I'm playing probably a garbage player using a computer engine. All right. This is all standard stuff here. He's threatening now to play e5. What's he trying to do to me? So f4 is the correct move to stop it. Upcoming will be knight e4. So just continued development. Knight g f3. Perfectly fine. He takes it. Now, the way that white would like to take back is like to play e takes, but then bishop takes free pawn. So this is a computer would do this like he did. And his moves are taking too long. Notice the difference. I played in 10 seconds, and I'm not even playing fast. I'm just playing leisurely. I'm, just moving his clicking mouse. It took him a minute to play these moves. It doesn't take a human player who's any good at all a minute to play any of this. This is a 10, 15, 20 seconds. Maybe 30 seconds if you thought about it, go, okay, I want to play this kind of defensive structure, what have you. He's giving it away right now that he spent 1 minute on 7 moves. That's a computer displaying this. He doesn't know how to play chess. I would wager that to be the case. Because when you look at his position, Black doesn't have anything of any substantial advantage from doing all this stuff. He's going to play knight b4. I'm going to play bishop to b1. Okay? But, his computer is a grandmaster, essentially. Bishop to b1 is the dominant square, the domination square. So the knight on b4 the bishop goes to b1. The bishop guards the a2 square, the c2, and the d3. This knight cannot go there. Can't go anywhere valuable. So he moved here to make me go back so he can go back at some point. It's like no human would play that. It's just ridiculous. Now, maybe a grandmaster would think about this and spend some time, go, okay, this is the right sequence. Here he's threatening to play knight to e4 because he's got bishop and pawn defending the knight landing here so he doesn't lose a pawn. So I have to stop that. First, I'm going to kick his knight. So basically, I've played bishop to b1 and a3 for free. The position was before I pushed, a3. My bishop was here. So I've gained this move. This move's not necessarily a gain for sure because it's blocking my rook coming across. He's not threatening to play knight here anymore because I would just play knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, and if knight takes, knight, bishop takes, b7. So he's not threatening that. So I'm playing rook to h3 to try and come over here and work on a kingside attack. Now, grandmaster level supercomputer program is the only thing he's got going for him. G4, this is all standard. And this is comfortable for white. Even though the bar says it's slightly advantageous for black, it's fairly comfortable for white. No problem. Unless you're just a super GM computer program. This is quite scary looking. But he's not afraid. And the reason why he's not afraid is he's a cheater. It's real simple. I'm not afraid either. Because I'm an honest player. There's only two people who aren't afraid here. An honest player and a cheater. I'm one, he's the other. This move is based on the idea of bishop takes bishop, queen g4 check, and queen takes bishop. But he's got a killer in between move of queen to g5. But I already know he's cheating. I know that it doesn't matter what I play. Every move I play has the same result. I lose. So it really doesn't matter. He's just a pile of human trash cheater. That's what he is. And I resign, like, you're just a cheater, dude. We can go back on move 7, and we can confirm after 7 moves, we're playing a cheater. Let's go look. Now, this will be the other way you look at it and see. All right, 8 seconds. There's not a person on this earth that takes 8 seconds to play d5 in response to d4. The two most common responses will be d5 or knight f6. Now, possibly you stood up or whatever, sat down. Okay, 8 seconds on move 1. It is suspicious, but there's reasonable things. You could have dropped something from your hand on the floor, etc., etc. Okay, that's possible. But you get one of those, all right? Everything else after that is you're cheating. These are all basic moves. This is not complicated. So what did he do here? Geez, you spent exactly 8 seconds on the second move. All right, 8 seconds and 8 seconds. Already on move 2, and I wasn't doing this at the time, but if you're paying attention to the time usage, already he's suspiciously cheating. That was actually 9 seconds. That's 8 seconds plus. On move 3. Retrospectively, we look back and go, you're a cheater. You were cheating on move 1, but there's a chance that it might not have been that because he could have made a mistake, mouse slip or whatever, all kinds of possibilities. You get one, free pass, and then the rest of the times tell you. Let me see, that was 13 seconds. This is stuff that 14 and 1500 players know from, lessons and preparation and what have you. These are the most basic moves that you would learn in a queen's gambit. D4, D5, followed by E6, knight F6, and C5. These are just standard and have been so for hundreds of years. Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot. My mistake. 13 seconds to play C5. That is a reflexive move. If you've ever watched any of the grandmasters on TV on YouTube, it's on. I watch it on my TV, but YouTube. Okay, you name it, Hikaru, any grandmaster, C5 is a reflexive move. He spent exactly 8 seconds once again. Notice I've spent 6 seconds on this entire formation of 6 moves. I've averaged 1 move per second, and I'm not even playing fast. Let's see, 9-14. What's this going to be? Another 7 seconds. Shazam! The 2 most common moves in this position would be bishop e7 and bishop to d6. Yet it took him 7 seconds to figure out which one he was going to play. Please, dude, don't insult my intelligence. So like I said, I played knight g3. I've played 7 moves in 7 seconds. It took him another 7 seconds. He's taken 1 minute to play 7 moves. In a standard opening, under no pressure of attack. Okay, this is not some weirdo gambit, completely different. This is a super standard double queen pawn opening. It's like saying he took a minute to play 7 standard moves of a Ruy Lopez defense. It's ridiculous. All right, so this was 2 days ago, actually. So I was waiting for this. I checked yesterday, nothing had happened. I checked today, and we saw this. Doyoink. Let's go check it out. By the way, this is Polish flag. Nothing against, Polish people. This guy just, either, he appears that he's Polish because he was joined into there's a Polish club in chess.com, had like 54,000 people. It makes perfect sense, right? Play a lot of chess in Poland. So they had a sub, group for Polish players, play other Polish players. Nothing wrong with that. I'm from Texas, and Texas is bigger than Poland. So, I know what it's like, to play in I was in tournaments. But, I knew a lot of tournament players in Texas. All right, it makes perfect sense. Nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, he joined New Year's Day. Okay. So, yes. Okay, so yesterday was last night. Last night it was about a day later. So yeah, whatever. I spoke before I checked the clock or the calendar, so I misspoke on that one. I did check multiple times yesterday. He was still up and running, but this dude got whacked. He joined on I remember seeing this. It says joined one day ago. Today, this is the 2nd of January, 2025. He joined New Year's Day. And it was really funny because in the game, I sent him a message. I'm like, you're a cheater. I asked him, it's like, what's it like for you to cheat again? Because this isn't the first time. It's almost never the first time someone cheats and is banned. I go, what's it like? What's it going to be like to be banned again? I guarantee you it's not the first time he's been banned. I'm just throwing this out there. I've been around the chess world for many, many moons, as the saying would go. So I know cheating when I see it. You know it too. You saw 7 minutes. You saw 7 moves of. Why would it take you 1 minute to play the most common moves in that defense? He played the most common moves. The 7 most common moves that you will see in this kind of formation. After, basically speaking, after we played like move number 3, he played the number 1 and number 2 most common d4 defense moves, d5 and knight f6, or knight f6 and d5, or knight f6 and then e6. So on the 3rd move, he's played the three of the most common moves, period, against 1 d4. It took him 25 seconds to do that. If he's a ranked beginner, okay, perfect, I understand. He's also a cheater. That's the part I really understand, because that's what they do. They set their time limit on their program. It's so evil. It's not even funny. It is funny, but it's pathetically funny. It's not funny, ha ha. Everyone gets to enjoy the joke, right? It's pathetic. It's pathetically, ironically funny, because this is a sick individual. You're looking at a sick individual. His life is so pathetic and ridiculous that he lives to cheat on a chess website. What kind of a loser are you? I mean, I know what kind of loser he is. So do you. I don't have to tell you. If I do, you're a child, and I don't want to use that language for children. So this is the dealio. So it speaks for itself. Now let's go look. We've already gone through this, but I wanted you to see the clock usage. The clock usage was the key thing. Okay, Mali Patris. I don't know. Molly Patris. That would probably be more close to the way a Polish guy would pronounce it. Although I don't have a lot of experience with Polish. There we go. So this is the bonus, right? Hilarious. What happened here is someone nailed him. Now this is very interesting. Okay. These games you see, this is what I saw. Where's my game? My game is getting closer. There we go, right here. This is me, where it says 21. There were other games. All of these games, 100% wins. What happened here is that this guy got banned during this game and was therefore forfeited. What will happen, you see a message here from chess.com, and they, I'll get to that. I'll get to that momentarily. We'll let you see what it is. But this guy cheated everyone. Obviously, you look at it. Now, I explained this to younger kids. We know what has happened. And there's what is known as there's a we know in a civil lawsuit, the standard for a civil lawsuit legally in America. I don't know about your country if you're not American, but most of you are probably American. Anyway, is that more likely than not, your claim has to be reasonably true. It's more likely than not. In fact, it's guaranteed likely because they went in, they went in, the chess.com guys went in and checked his thing, and they crunched his account, just like, has happened to, Eric that I mentioned earlier. So he's been found guilty of cheating. Now, this is a civil matter where it's, there's not a crime, there's not a physical crime, of damage or um, however you want to describe it. It's just just here on this website. So in a civil matter here, he's been found guilty and booted. Now, if this was a murder investigation, for example, you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Mr. X has done whatever crime he's accused of doing. Okay. If it was murder, robbery, theft, fraud, what have you. There's a higher standard legally. But the standard here is like, more likely than not, gee, if you win every game that you play, your name needs to be like Hikaru or Magnus. You get the drift, right? You got to be somebody. Bobby Fischer. Kind of tough for Bobby. He's not feeling too good now because he's dead. Kasparov. If Kasparov has an account here and he has like 20 plus wins in a row, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, I guess it's close to 20 wins in a row. All right. Okay. Because it's not going to happen. All right. It only happens when you're cheating. The other way you can do it where it wouldn't show up directly is if you have dummy accounts and you're beating dummy accounts. Okay. So if you're beating dummy accounts with regular moves, that'll be a little bit harder to prove. But again, you just don't have every game is a green win, except one. And I told you what happened. He was hammered during the game. I've seen some of Eric's videos where it's happened during games. Boom, he's gone, right? The band hammer is what they call. The band hammer comes in and bangs him on the head. You're gone. So that's the thing. So I was like, one of the things that was cool was like, man, I can't wait to get a chance to, I'd rather not do it, but I knew it was going to happen. So it's one of those things. It's like, that you're going to get rained on at some point. So when it happens, it's not really a surprise, okay? You don't want to go around getting rained on a daily basis for sure. But rain's going to fall on you, okay? So it rained. And so what happened, he got busted. I helped to bust him. I'm not saying that I was the tipping point, that my complaint was the one that sent it over the edge. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Somebody else had to have reported him. I couldn't have been the first. Now maybe this guy, this 1797 guy, maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. He's from Palestine. But when you crack the 2,000 barrier, you already know something, okay? So this guy, this is the Chinese guy. You can see his flag is from China. So he's the start of the line where I would go, this guy is, 50-50. He may or may not have complained. But 2,000 plus, you're going to expect these guys going to know something. I don't know this flag. Bosnia-Herzegovina. Okay. But these guys all know something. This is France. Yes. That's me. Ukraine. This is India. I knew that flag as well. That's Syria. All of these guys, some of these guys nailed it. Okay. So I'm part of the I nailed this guy for cheating club. Now, we don't know each other, obviously. Haven't received any messages from them or haven't sent any to any of those guys. But I'm in on the group that nailed this freak. This is a good flag here. Romania, the blue, the gold, and the red. Good color combo. But I was kind of, I knew that I would be making a video like this, like Eric has done, because it's one of those things. It's liberating isn't the right word, but it's refreshing that the problem with online chess is that the chess cheating is rampant. It's a rampant epidemic, is what it is. So it's one of those things that if you, it's like people who live in a crime-ridden city. Don't you know that's where the crime is? In America, the most crime you'll ever find will be in the major cities because they're full of criminals. That's just the way it is. So if you don't want to have crime happen to you, the best solution is not to live there. I don't live on chess.com like some of these people do, making videos, what have you. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them doing that. But you need to expect you're going to be cheated left and right. All right. Because it is a rampant epidemic. So, it's one of those, it's an occupational hazard. Okay. And so got to that. Was thrilled when I checked today that this guy is dust. He'll be back, though. He'll be back cheating. Trust me. They always come back. You can make free accounts all you want. At some point, I suppose they give up. It's like, it's one of those things, you have criminals in jail that are repeat offenders. This dude is a repeat offender. We know he's a repeat offender. We can see the repetition already. Okay, now there's the next level of repeat of I can't speak right. The next level of repeat offender is making another account to do exactly the same thing and getting the same result, because it will happen again. I'm like, bro, really? You couldn't even make a New Year's resolution to say, you know what, I'm not going to cheat in 2025. He couldn't even go one day. He cheated the first day of the year. I'm like, come on, man. Give some people some hope for humanity, you bum. So it's, like I said, ironically funny. You deserved every bit of it. What can I say? I guess that's about it. So I was hoping to have this. I didn't know if it would be, as soon as the second day of the year. I thought maybe it might take 5-6 days, whatever. So we got to give credit where credit is due. I mentioned that chess.com is overrun with an epidemic of cheating, which it is. I'm not insulting them directly. I'm not holding them liable. There's nothing they could do to really stop it that easily. So I want to say I'm speaking the truth about chess.com. The cheating here is rampant. However, I got to give them the credit that they deserve for busting this guy in around 24 hours or less of when I played him. So would I think that 24 hours or less is a good result? No, I think it's a fantastic result. I'm shocked that it was that quickly. I expected 4, 5, 6, 7 days because I was convinced myself objectively that that's what had happened. So, hey, you got to call the positive and the negative, and not be an imbecile and, strictly follow your own personal opinion. Because until they confirm it with what you're seeing on screen, it's my opinion that he cheated. And any experienced chess player, after I showed you the first 7 moves, will go, dude, the odds of this guy cheating are very high. Any good player would concede that it's not airtight evidence, but 7 moves it was horribly stacked against this guy, being honest. He was a cheater. That's what they do. Now, it's not every cheater does this. There are different ways to cheat, but this is one of the standard I run, you know, the template would be he runs 6, 7, 8 seconds every move, ball plus or minus, but a very rigidly timed same response. When I averaged 1 second a move, he was averaging 7 or 8 seconds a move. Come on, bro. Actually, it was actually 8 point whatever seconds per move. Come on, bro, you're cheating. Because again, it's not like it's just a crazy gambit where the responses are not obvious. Okay, that's completely different. This was the most obvious 7 moves that black plays in standard double queen pawn opening. So I enjoyed making this video, seeing that he's been ban hammered. I hope you enjoyed it to give you some confidence that there may be some hope to, reduce the amount of cheating going on. But the phrase that goes around is, it is what it is, because that's what it is. Cheating is cheating. Don't cheat. There's no value in it. It doesn't matter. Your numerical rating is irrelevant. It's relevant as a guide or a gauge of your ability. But there's no value in having a fake rating. If they, I could cheat myself and get a 25, 26, 2700 rating, but I'd be cheating to do it. That's why I don't do it. It's worthless. Because you show up, hey, look at me. I have 26, 2700 rating. You can't go meet chess players and say that and go then show off that that's what you are, because you ain't. It's just that simple. You have to be who you are, and you get what you deserve from your efforts. Okay, it's going to go up a little bit, it's going to go down a little bit, but you're going to be in a general range, and as you improve, that range itself is going to go up. All right, that's the way to do it. So when you play a good game and people go, wow, dude, that was an awesome game that you played, well, thank you, because that was me. Okay, and that's the thing. You want your accolades to be real, because it's worthless. People have respect for a guy who's a 1500 player who plays honestly. You win some, you lose some. You beat, you win he wins a great game against someone rated 250, 300 points ahead of him. That's a legitimate, congratulate. Wow, man, you had played a great game against that guy who was 1800. Okay. No one has any respect for the same guy who is a 1500 player, but then cheats and is 2000 and annihilates the guy who's 1800. As soon as they find out that he's cheating, they're like, well, dude, you stink. You're human garbage. That's the difference. You can be a 1500 player, legitimate, honest player, and people are going to go, dude, fantastic job. Congratulations. But if you're cheating to get the same result, no one likes you. You have no friends. So you've been warned. Those of you who perhaps, haven't thought about it. The cheaters are out there. I don't know what motivates them beyond kind of the prankish, what have you, because it's all fake, and you're destroying your own life and you don't see it. It's like using drugs. Don't do drugs. It's just that simple. I never tried any. I learned that they were bad. I saw it. I'm like, dude, I'm not interested. For multiple reasons, okay? Nothing that happens is going to happen and be good. It's all bad. Don't cheat. Cheating is bad. It's going to hurt you more than it will ever help you. It's not going to help you one bit. So, in the end, you're still the same player you are. If it's 1200, 1500, 1800, 2000, 2500, you are who you are, and faking it ain't going to help. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something a little bit. Hope you really, enjoyed the revenge factor, I guess, for lack of a better word. So check out my other videos, especially Mega Training. Get real good, real strong, for real on your own with training. That's how you do it, and that's how it feels the best. So, like I said, check out my other videos. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and as always, like and subscribe.